What's up, everyone? It's been a while since I've done a video. I'm gonna lie to you, EX7 brought some new cards, but with what's his name? Both of the starter decks really need the promo cards to make them better. And yeah, I don't know. I'm like, okay, I don't want to say lost interest, but I lost interest. So I just took a break. Sparking Zero came out. Got a new playmat that came out. So I had a lot going on. I'm like, okay, let me just jump back into the swing of things and shamelessly promote my new playmat. Link will be down in the description below. But let's start off. They revamped the hell are they called? The Three Musketeers. And it sucks that you can't use them with the old Musketeers. That would have been really nice. Maybe in the future they will, but I feel like they kind of messed it up already. Nonetheless, I do like how this deck plays. So this deputymon, your turn once per turn. When you place an option card with the Three Musketeers trait in this Digimon's Digivolution sources, gain 1 memory. So that's all what this deck is about, is just adding sources, which would be the option cards, underneath, and then your level 6s actually benefit from having them by using their effects. Because of that, I really think the Beelstarmon at 4 is a must because of what it does. So it digivolves for 2 from a Three Musketeers in its text, so you would be able to go from the deputymon. Starting your main phase by placing one option card with the Three Musketeers trait from your hand or trash as one of your Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. Draw 1. So at first I thought it was just tuck it under the Beelstarmon, but you could tuck it under any Digimon, which is really nice because if you end up somehow hard dropping the Bellstarmon Ace and you have the Beelstarmon, even if you have 2, you could actually, well, I don't know if it would 2 work? I think it would, but in this case, let's just go for 1. 1 would trigger, and you could place a card underneath the Bellstar, which would help trigger its effects. So Beelstarmon is actually really good with the inherit of retaliation. Now, I am really just sticking for the most part on the new line. We got 3 of the Toy Agumon. This one, same thing, you could digivolve from 3 tiers in this 3. You can digivolve in this because it has 3 Musketeers in its text. Brain fart there. This one has an on play though. Reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck. Add 1 card with 3 Musketeers in its text and 1 option card with the use cost of 6 among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. This is why you can't use the old ones, because old ones are 7 costs and the new ones with this deck is 6. Sucks. Inherit is 2000 DP, so it is a good searcher. And split 3-3 with the other Toy Agumon. This one has an on play. By trashing 1 card with 3 Musketeers traits in your hand, you get to draw 2. And the option cards actually have 3 Musketeers in their traits. So you could actually trash the option cards, which could benefit from the Beelstarmon, which you could just recycle. That's if you don't need to use them. So not a bad idea. Inherit is reboot, and that's all I'm running for the rookies. I will talk about if you want to add more, which ones you could not add, but if you want to do 12, you could. Talk about the new level 4s, deputymon, 4 of. I think it's necessary. Has a 1 digivolving and 1 attacking once per turn. You may trash 1 option card from 1 Digimon's Digivolution cards. Your turn, this Digimon gains the 3 Musketeers trait. The inherit gives you 2000 DP. Now, at first I was wondering, I'm like, well, why would I want to trash my own option cards if I need them for the level 6s, right? So when we get to the option cards, when they're trashed from Digivolution sources, they trigger an effect, which is actually pretty cool. So this deputymon helps you do that by attacking. And if you have the the red Toy Agumon in its sources, then you can add 2000. I'm sorry, he'd be at 8000. Yeah, he'd be at 8000. Alright, so I am trying something new, just leaving the counters there, because instead of me saying, oh, check out my counters, I'll just have them there. I think it's pretty cool. I'm not trying to shove things down your throat, but I am subconsciously. Anyway, moving on. 4 of the Tankmon. I was actually running 2 of these, and I was playing the old deputymon, which I'm still running in this build, and I was playing the old one at 4. But then I'll talk about the issues with that when we get to it. Why I jumped this one up to 4 was because obviously you can digivolve from all level 3s. Has on play when digivolving by returning 3 cards with the Three Musketeer trait from your hand or trash to the top of the deck to digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon. So you could see how you can trash cards with Deputy or, you know, with all the cards that we talked about. So this is a good way to recycle them, and it lets you put them on top of your deck, which is actually really cool. Because the way I see it too is if, let's say you have a level 6 or an option card that's in your security and it triggers, or, you know, they get rid of it, now it's in your trash, the Tankmon can put it back on top of your deck. Inherit of Reboot, 5000 DP, pretty much it. And then I talked about it, 2 of the old deputymon, and this one can actually be picked up by the red Toyagumon because it has Three Musketeers in its text, so it can be picked up this way. So this one has an on-play reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with Three Musketeers in its type, and or 1 option card with the memory cost of 7 of them to your hand, trash the remaining cards. This was more obviously geared toward the old Bellstar. I'm gonna be honest with you, you're most likely not gonna want to play it unless you have cards in your hand that you already need. So if you drop it and you trash cards that you need, like the option cards, because you won't be able to get them, then you'll drop it. And it's not bad because even if they leave you at 3, you leave your opponent at 2. So why is this card good? It's actually because of its other effect. Your turn, this Digimon can digivolve into a Digimon card with 3 Musketeers on its type from your hand for a memory cost of 6, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. So now, this is a good way if you're breaking, you have the Deputymon, you can actually jump up to the Bellstar. Now I will say though, you cannot ace from this to the new Bellstar Ace. Reason being because this is not all turns. This only works during your turn. If this was all turns, oh, people would have been running 4 of these, I'll tell you that. Because then they'll just drop the Deputy, and then if they attack, boom, go into the Bellstar Ace. So that's what makes this card good if you do break, because this deck does have a slight issue with breaking. This kind of helps you, right? Especially if you're not gonna have any level 5s, you just go up to the level 6. It is a hefty cost of 6, but if you're running the new, I was about to say Machine Dramon, Gundramon, yes, protection. If you're running the Kid, then you can just go ahead and blitz swing, right? Now let's talk about the level 5s. Level 5s, I was running a few, then I bumped it to 8, and then I dropped it to 7. 3 of the Mega Dramon. This one can digivolve from 3 Musketeers in its text for a cost of 3. On play when digivolving by placing 1 option card with 3 Musketeers trait from your hand or trash at this Digimon's bottom sources. Delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP or less. It's pretty cool. I was actually running this at 4. Reason being is because you're able to pop stuff, right? Blockers or obviously anything like that. The inherit is piercing, and I dropped it at 3 because I wanted to run the Giga Dramon actually at 4. Oh, another thing too is the piercing isn't really going to come up because you're going to be popping them with the options anyway. But the Giga Dramon, level 5. This one chose to run at 4 because it's on play and when digivolving is actually very good. It has an on play and when digivolving, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Place 1 option card with 3 Musketeers card. Return the rest to the top or bottom. I read that too fast. Return the rest of the top or bottom of the deck. If this card placed, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with a play cost of 3 or less. So think of, you can pop Shotos with this that give blocker, which is very good. Not to mention, I really like this because it reveals the cards and then you can place them either on the top or bottom of the deck. So it's kind of like a cheat card of memory boost where you can reveal cards and kind of see what you got. And like, that's shitty. Let me just put them all on the bottom. So it's really good. Collision, it's another thing that could be a hit or miss. I mean, it's good to get rid of Digimon that are obviously unsuspended. But if you have a Bellstar and you don't have the DP boost, and they have like a 13,000 DP, that's going to be hard. Believe it or not, it's kind of a tough time going against Dragon Links. Just because level 6s, you pop them and then they just keep coming up. But that's it for level 5s. Just 7. If you really want to run 8s, you could cut one of the deputymons and, you know, run 4/4 if you want. But like I said, this helps. You can digivolve only over the black toy Agumon, not the red one, unfortunately. But even if you digivolve for 2 in the breeding area, boom, come up. Then you can go into your level 6, and then there you go. So sometimes it's just a faster way for you to get to your level 6s. Now please make fun of my proxies, because you know, they're expensive. 4 Gundramons, and I was running this at 3, and I still think you could probably cut it at 3, but his effect is so good. I should probably like this better than the Bellstar. Just about. It's a blocker. It has an on play and when digivolving. Let me read one of the proxies. So reveal the top 6 cards of your deck. You may use one Three Musketeer trait option card among them without playing the cost. Return the rest to the top or bottom of the deck. So same thing as a Gigadramon. Reveal cards. Use an option card. If you don't like it, if you don't like your revealed cards, tuck them in the bottom, and now you have a better chance of unbricking. All turns, when any of your Three Musketeer trait Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effects by trashing one option card from this Digimon's Digivolution cards, they don't leave. That is why I'm running this at 4. This will not save. I don't think it even saves your level 5s because it doesn't have Three Musketeers in its trait. And your level 3s. Damn, even your level 4s. I think the only one that it saves is the Deputymon, because it has your turn this Digimon gains 3 Musketeers in its trait. But this is just really meant to protect itself and all your level 6s, other ones. If you really want to run 3 instead, you can run 3 of the Magna Kids. In theory, this card is actually good, but when you're playing, the way this deck is played is more of a control type of deck, and the way this Magna Kid is being utilized in the deck is to give it some form of offensive aggression. You digivolve for 4, so it's already a downside, and it's a 12,000 DP. It has an on-play and when digivolving, you may use one Three Musketeers trait option card from your hand without paying the cost. Then draw cards from the top of your deck until you have 6 in your hand. So it can be good, but honestly, that has never really come up for me because I always have a lot of cards in my hand. So, but 6 is a high amount. I mean, you'll end up drawing like 1 more, 2 more, really depending. End of your turn. Once per turn, by trashing one option card from this Digimon's Digivolution cards, one of your Three Musketeers trait Digimon gains security attack +1 for the turn and attacks. That effect is really nice because you can give it to any of your Digimon that have 3 Musketeers. It doesn't necessarily have to be him, which can be good. You can give it to the Gundramon, so now if he swings and he gets deleted, he uses all turns and strip a card. And then if you have Reboot underneath, then boom, Reboot, and you get Blocker. But obviously it's meant more for him. And then the option cards do help give you DP and stuff. More proxies incoming. 3 of the Bellstarmon Ace. I was running her at 4. It was too much. Even 3, I kind of feel like it's a little too much because I have her in my hand and I'm like, do I really want to use her yet? Now, so obviously you could blast, right? If your opponent attacks during their turn, you can blast if you meet the requirements. Digivolve for free. On play and when digivolving, return one option card from your trash to the hand. Then you may use one Three Musketeers trait option card from your hand without paying the cost. That's already good, especially if you don't have one in your hand, if they're going to be in the trash. Boom, go into it, recycle it, use that same one. Then when attacking once per turn, by trashing one option card from this Digimon's Digivolution cards, you may use one Three Musketeers trait option card from your hand without paying the cost. Then to round it off, 2 of the Bellstar X Antibody. This is going to be more of your closer card because of what it does. So you can digivolve level 6 Three Musketeers trait without X Antibody in its trait for 1. So you could actually digivolve over any of these since they won't have X Antibody, I believe, for 1. It's not one of those cards that's just over Bellstar for 1, which I actually think that's really cool. And it's even cooler because they're all level 6, so you could just go on top with another level 6. When digivolving, you may use one option card with 3 Musketeers and its text from your hand without paying the cost. So this card could probably be used in an old Bellstar deck because it just lets you use an option card with Three Musketeers in its text. And since there's 7, they have Three Musketeers in its text, you're able to use them. When digivolving and when attacking, by trashing 2 cards with Three Musketeers trait from this Digimon's Digivolution cards. Oh, interesting. So it could be, in this case, it could either be Digimon or option cards, because it doesn't say option cards. It says by trashing 2 cards with Three Musketeers trait from this Digimon's Digivolution cards. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level and trash the top security. So this is why I'm saying it's Ender. Because if you just have a Bellstar, I'm sorry. Yeah, well no, that's when attacking. You'd have to be careful, but if you do have the Bellstar Ace underneath and then 1 option card and you digivolve, I'm sorry, and you swing, you use 1 attacking, you can strip the Bellstar because it does have 3 Musketeers in its trait. If I'm not mistaken, right? And then the option card, because the option cards have 3 Musketeers in their trait, you will lose the overflow. But if your opponent has 1 security, you trash 1, even though if you don't delete their Digimon, you still trash 1, and then your attack will go free game. So that's the way this card is utilized. So just be careful, be mindful when you do have the Bellstar Ace in the stack. 4 of all the option cards, but I'll just talk about them so you guys can see what they do and why we play them. So let's talk about the purple one first. Excuse me. Hurricane Screwshot. Dude, every time I record, it's like I'm gassy and always like burping. So if there's ever a time where I just like pause for a second, like okay, I had a burp. So Hurricane Screwshot. When effects trash this card from the Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory. This is what I'm talking about. And then while you have 3 Musketeers trade Digimon in play, you may ignore the colors requirements. Same for all of them. Main effect, delete 1 of your opponent's level 3, 1 of their level 4, and 1 of their level 5 Digimon. Then place this card as the bottom Digivolution card of 1 of your 3 Musketeers trait Digimon. This card is so good for that. It's so good. Now you're like, damn, it doesn't pop a level 6. That's okay. That's where Chaos Triangular comes in. So when effects trash this card from the evil source, you give 1 Digimon 3000 DP. So now your Bellstar would jump up to 15, and your Bellstar Ace would jump up to 14. That's what kind of sucks about it. It's just 11k, but it is what it is. So this one's main effect is delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 9000 DP or less. For each of your 3 Musketeers trait Digimon with different names, add 3000 to this DP deletion maximum effect. Then place this card as a bottom as 1 of the traits. So if you have even just 1, right? So even just 1 Magna Kid, you play it. And this is where Bellstar Ace is actually really good because she's going to play all of these for free. Now you play it. 9, you have 1 Digimon with Musketeers, jumps up to 12. So now there's your level 6 that you pop. And obviously if you have just 1 more, now you're popping 15k. If my math is correct. So really good. Security effect is delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 12,000 DP or less. For the screw shot, I didn't talk about it, but it's the same thing. Delete 1 of your opponent's level 3, 4, and 5. This card is so good. And then Derblitz. I actually think this one might be better than both of these. I'll get to it. So when an effect trashes this card from Digivolution cards, de-digivolve 1. There you go. You get to de-digivolve. That's very good for like Dragon Links, because if you get rid of them, then they'll play the other level 6. So if you just de-digivolve, you're just getting rid of that specific card. And there's an ambulance coming down my block again, of course. So it's just very good to go around cards that have protection. And I love the de-digivolve. Still probably the best way to get rid of cards. No, I think the ambulance is coming back around. I don't even know. Anyway, if you guys hear that, that's what it is. Main effect, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost, and it's getting louder. Then place this card in the bottom Digivolution card of 1 of your 3 Musketeers. See, I love this because if you end up playing a Hurricane Screwshot against whiteboard decks, and then you can play the Derblitz, you pop their highest level Digimon. some that are just one stack. Think of like, what's his name? Sephigamon. For the most part, it's a single stack build up to a level 6. You play the Durblitz. Oh, you only got that one Digimon, so it's very good. I love this card. Security effect, same thing. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. I was skeptical about this deck, and it took a while. It is a little bit of a learning curve, but it's fun once you get it, and I have fun with it. What ratios are you guys playing? I did try playing other option cards, the old ones with the level 7s, but it just... I didn't want to brick more than I needed to, which is why I just stuck to mostly playing just the new stuff and just teching in the deputymon. Check out my link down below so you can pick up some memory counters, new playmats. Let me know what you guys think. I'm kind of skeptical on the watermark here. Like, I like it, but I feel like I'm being I forgot the word, biased, because it's mine. Like, of course I'm gonna like it. I feel like that's probably gonna affect, like, maybe some people won't buy it because of that. What do you think about that? Let me know. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video.